Good morning. Today we're going to do scientific notation on IXL. It's going to be a 2-day assignment. So as always, please complete the do now. Watch this video. I'll review adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with scientific notation. And then complete IXL 8th grade, G1, G2, the new one that's adding and subtracting numbers written in scientific notation, G3 and G4. So it's 5 topics. You have 2 days. It's 8th grade. So when adding and subtracting in scientific notation, you have to have the exponents to the same power. So this is what we did. This was the first lesson we did. So when you increase the exponent, so if I make this 10 to the 4th, I increase the exponent, I decrease the decimal. So this becomes 23 hundredths times 10 to the 4th. And then I am able to subtract my factors. So I take 4 and 67 hundredths and subtract 23 hundredths from that. And I get 4 and 44 hundredths. And then I keep my 10 to the 4th. And that's in scientific notation, so I'm good. So the second example is adding. Same thing, you need the same power. So I'm going to increase my exponent. I decrease my decimal. So I get 87 hundredths times 10 to the negative 4th. And then I have 4 and 56 hundredths times 10 to the negative 4th. And I'm adding, so now I just add my decimals. I have 4 and 56 hundredths plus 87 hundredths. And I get 5 and 43 hundredths times 10 to the negative 4th. And I keep the power that I had as long as they're in the same power, and it's in scientific notation. So when multiplying or dividing, remember you don't have to worry about the powers, you worry about the factors first. So I do 1 and 392 thousandths divided by 2 and 4 tenths. And I get 58 hundredths. And now don't forget, I need to follow my exponent rule. So I 10 to the 4th divided by 10 to the 2nd, I subtract, and this would be times 10 to the 2nd. But this number is not in scientific notation. So remember, I'm going to write it in scientific notation. It becomes 5 and 8 tenths times 10 to the 1st, okay? I increase the decimal, I decrease the power. And that would be my final answer in scientific notation. The last example is multiplication. So once again, I do not worry about my powers. I worry about my factors first. So I do 7 and 81 hundredths first times 1 and 5 tenths. And I get 11 and 715 thousandths. And now I have to follow my rules for multiplying with exponents. I add the powers. So I get 10 to the negative 5th. So this is going to be times 10 to the negative 5th. Now that's not in scientific notation, so I'm going to decrease my decimal and I increase my power to the negative 4th. So my final answer is 1 and 1,715 10 thousandths times 10 to the negative 4th, okay? Please try your best. If you need help, you can join me on Zoom at 11:30 a.m. Use the link you received in your email. If you would like the link, please email me. I will help you with some IXL problems. Remember, adding and subtracting, you have to have the same power. Multiplying and dividing, you do not. So add or subtract, you have to have the same power. Multiplying or dividing, you follow the exponent rules. Okay? You have 2 days to do this. Remember, it's G1, G2, the new G, G3, and G4, and that's all in 8th grade. Okay? If you have a question, you can also email me. This is a test grade. Have a good day.